Hi guys, my name is Chelsie.
My name is Sheerow
and this is All Things Legal. Karibu sana to another episode. And me tuniseme na as in asante. What else can you say?
Manze, thank you so much. Kumbe tunapenda public participation.
Thank you so much for your feedback. Let's continue to spread the word because as young people we need to be more active about these things. We need to take control and we need to be able, like, to be present, to be pale mbele, because this is our country. We should love it. We should be there to make it a better place.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So now we are continuing with our conversation, which was very interesting.
Yeah.
I think that happened in London. Like watching it again, it's like this is.
Thank you so much, guys, for the feedback. Thank you so much.
And so we get right into it so that we don't take much time. And we had told you at the end that today we're going to talk about effectiveness.
Yeah.
You know, how to ensure that we have effective public participation in our opinion, and things just to consider when you're doing public participation, or even things that the government think about when they're thinking about public participation.
Yeah.
All right. So we get first into things to consider.
Yeah, when you are. And I think the first thing to consider is the topic to be discussed.
Yes.
Because you can't just call people to participate. Wezi tatu event uambia ama ni harusi ama ni graduation ama ni nini.
Tell me kuna purpose. Mbona umetuleta hapa tuongelelea nini?
Yes, what are supposed to be discussing, and then we need to research as a people. We need to know, are we talking about the matatus? What should we know about the matatus? Are we supposed to talk about the roads? What should we research about the roads? And are we supposed to talk about water?
Yeah. The other thing I think, going to the second point, is the level of public participation needed.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone is invited for public participation, but if it's something that's affecting Nyeri, or Nyeri sana,
Scambo,
it's good to be Nyeri.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, any county, Wajir County, Mandera County, or whatever county it is, mtu wa Nairobi hataenda Mandera County.
Shida ya watu wa Kiambu, shida ya watu wa Meru. Acha ni Meru na shida za watu wa Meru.
Yeah, because I don't live there.
Yeah, you don't live there.
You know? So the level of public participation, if it's basically just for counties, then county participation. If it's national, then everyone.
Or even if it's something that's affecting NGOs, I know nothing about NGOs.
Yeah, that's
probably.
True.
And probably it's a topic that doesn't touch me in any way. So to actually how
when you wanna do actually the industry and what
those are directly or
the stakeholders.
Yeah.
The other point.
The other point is the duration of to which people will be given to engage in this discussion.
You can't give people 1 week. It's madness. Watu kabla watu wanunue gazeti ama mtu mmoja anunue gazeti then isambaze
kila mtu alafu ifike siku ya chama labda tu wamejua leo Wednesday na chama ni next week Tuesday. Hata hawaja discuss about it or juu
hawajafika chama waongelee vitu. So you need a reasonable amount of time
to let people know about it and so they can know where to access it, what wako job. They're not just sitting out here waiting for you to announce about public participation.
I think that's very interesting because I don't know if you guys remember we talked about this newspaper.
Yeah, the new one.
And it's dated 7th February 2020. And wakasema that the memorandum should be received on or before 14th. That's a week. Do you guys think that a week is enough? I don't think a week is enough. I also don't think a week is enough.
Or probably they had announced it before.
Probably the second one.
Second announcement.
We don't know.
But give people a good duration of time to discuss it. And even talking of time, when we get to the venue, we're supposed to discuss this topic. You can't give us 1 hour to talk about
Sisi ni wengi. Yeah.
Give us like an entire morning from 8 a.m. We have to gombana in here, I have to differ with this one, so I have to post this one, and just give us enough time to discuss the same matters.
Because it's important, because we talked about why it's important for public participation to happen. So let's not limit time or nini because you're thinking the more the people speak, the better,
the more informed the decision will be.
Yes, that's what we said the last time.
The other thing is how the ability for information ifikie watu and vile watu wata access the venue. This is the gazeti. This was announced in 7th February. It's tomorrow gazeti September. And I'm thinking
how many more people
didn't see it? How many watu wangapi wa Nyeri waliona?
Gazeti ni how much by the way?
40 bob.
60?
40.
Hizo ni wapi?
Hapo juu. Okay, denomination hapo juu.
Mimi nafikiria I don't know. But anyway, still to many people 40 bob is actually also a luxury. Tusidanganyani ati kila mtu akona 40 bob everywhere ya kununua gazeti kila siku. Hiyo ni fair. Na umetembea ndio ufikishe. Umetembea ndio usave ulipata hiyo 40 bob. So I think effective measures like how people can be able to access that.
Yeah. And how the government will communicate to the people. Use other means of communication. Use text people.
And I think that this leads us to the next topic of effective. How can we ensure effective
participation
of
effective public participation?
Yes. And what you're saying, that text was saying, wajue Safaricom used to be text single day. Nasi moja ina day. What were bets? Not a bet, but
they can always find a way to. They have our information. Find a way to make sure this information reaches everyone. 70% of Kenyans have mobile phones, and if you don't have mobile phones, use the radio. Radio is still the most effective way of communicating to Kenyans up to date.
So kwa matatu tukienda asubuhi.
Au fanya road show. Tunafanya road show za campaign.
Yeah, if it's a big deal, it's a big deal. Yes. Make it, actually I think make public participation a big deal.
It is actually
isikuwe ni kama unasema no, just because the law says it then no tukiwa kwa gazeti najua mtasoma. No, but make it a big deal. Send us messages, tell us this is happening, it's happening here. Because we get
kelele na road show.
Yeah,
tunasikizanga watu wa road show. Okay, hatuwasikizangi but we don't have a choice.
It's so loud,
you know. Yes, yeah.
So loud.
And also
make sure drive. By the way, that's true. Because kuna hawa say like you see when Chelsie is like, sorry about the noise, guys, just in case. Because najua it's a public background. Yeah,
watu wako home.
Yeah. I say if there's like a church having like a concert or an event, say on a gari you can send the whole estate.
Acha gari wanatumia gari mkokoteni
waki announce,
and that's a way of creating employment to people as well.
Yes.
And also another thing, as you plan this public participation
for like taxi people, unaona mnyato taxi wengine hawana kazi, go to your speaker watembee huko ndani wakiambia watu there's public participation on this issue.
And they will, because watu wa taxi wako na influence. Wanasema hapo na watu wa ndovi.
Yeah.
There's always a way you can reach the bigger public or population of a certain community.
Actually, I'd like to see like statistics on if there's like Timeta Kamatuhi, how many people came. I'd love to know. Considering that I'm imagining there's a lot of people in need, and this is just to plan for the whole financial year, the development plan for the financial year. By imagining how many people live in Nyeri and how many people actually showed up for this. Well, that would be interesting to know.
And also another thing, as you plan it, make sure we can access the venue.
Yes.
Sisi watu wa Nairobi, usituwekee venue fika sijui. Make sure we can actually access it. The place that is easily accessible with the people of that community, and mostly so the social hall. Sometimes the social hall iko mbali na.
Oh my goodness, this is a point I also had, which like in a blending up that most Kenyans go to church, the mosque, temple. What we get to Nanga izo you get like religious gatherings zo happen sana. Like people meet on Wednesdays for service, people meet
home fellowships Tuesday na Friday,
church on Sunday, Saturday labda obviously kuna kitu
arusi.
So why not use the church? Why not use the religious, the mosques, organization, mosques, temples to talk about public participation? You know, like if there's anything that's being talked about, you know,
involve the
whenever announce to say, oh by the way, sisi watu, because I imagine like I go to ICC Mara, Now imagine pastor you to announce. Most people living in Imara, that whole area, come to that church. So, saves you money. Sabu, now you don't have to go.
And the good thing about the church has everyone. The old people, the young people, the children, the moms, the dads, people living with disabilities, everyone is involved in the church.
Like religious, not just church, but religious. Obviously, yes, unasema mosque, temples, but yeah, all religious institutions. But also, I don't know, like, I think we should be very, very, very creative about these things. Because even Bazuja. Yes! Guy!
Nasha kuingia kuona vile inakaa, but time iko available ni jioni na kumejaa. So the time you're available is during morning hours, and you can just wake up very early in the morning.
Bars, clubs, Zuja. Zuja. And people out there are talking about politics, they're talking about football, they're talking about all these things. Why not just put an announcement there that this is happening by the way?
What can you pay flyers and they'll sit on the tables, and as they're having their drinks, they'll discuss. And they'll challenge each other's decisions.
Let's be creative. Let's be creative. Because everyone's opinion matters.
Tupewe tender.
Tupeni kazi. We shall ensure public participation.
Tutagonga mlango za kila mtu. Or even in schools, as parents are going for the family gathering, what are they called? Academic days and those things. Just involve everyone, all the stakeholders, the schools, the churches, the mosques, the temples, the bars,
clubs,
restaurants.
People get drunk sometimes. But even ads. I know we talk about this, but even ads. Acha nikwambie the amount of ads imeona sijui za kina nani ama nani mpaka unachoka. Kwa sababu unacheza game then ad. But imagine if it was something important. Yeah. That naambiwa, oh, by then this is an ad about this and this. It's going to happen here and here and here.
Or instead of using the Gazette, use media houses. Let me tell you the amount of people who listen to vernacular stations.
Yeah.
Actually, now Kizungu, I access Twitter, Facebook, as you can access all these things on social media, but people who actually listen to the vernacular stations and religiously follow them and what
umesema kitu can bring to another point that okay, someone was saying, why was this? I think it was like a case or something, and they were saying that Twitter can't be the way that we get information. But we're not saying that we should get information there, but we're just saying make noise there.
Let it trend.
Yeah. We're not saying mtu akae chini asome hashtags akiona which one makes sense, which one doesn't make sense. No, because you can't ask people, do you want water in Nairobi? And then you can't go reading every tweet. Yeah. Obviously, I get how that, because so many people are done a hashtag, but akuna.
But you know, there's also the option of promoting. If you promote a hashtag on Twitter, it's the first thing that someone gets on Twitter.
But this is what I was saying. That the point should be, this is happening.
Yeah.
And so this is how you can participate.
Yeah.
But not that you give your opinion on Twitter. No. That can't. No. It's just a waste of time. This is happening. It's just saying on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook that.
Or they should have a way of.
This is happening.
Taking even feedback from social media platforms.
But anasema sometimes it can be really, because watu wengi watadandia wenye ojo nizo vitu. Sometimes you're looking for a very important hashtag, you're trying to follow the conversation, lakini what you're seeing mostly ni
mtu anauza bedsheet
but ameweka your hashtag, you're thinking, my god, this is not what I have come for. So I think advertising, yes, but getting people's opinion, let them send memorandums, let them send messages orally, come to the barazas, need to come as well.
And talk of things to be considered. Also, they should consider how are we going to receive feedback. Like I remember in this, they specified you can give it. You can either written memorandum or just come for the public participation. So specify, do you want us to write or do you want us to actually come and give oral feedback about that and participate orally about that thing.
I think another just going, because now we've shifted to the next topic, which is how to promote effective public participation, is information. I love it. There's a case actually in Wasome It was Katiba Institute versus President's Delivery Unit and 3 others, 2017. And it says they were saying that effective and successful public participation in governance largely depends on the citizens' ability to access information held by the public authorities. Because if you're sending us to kuja tuongelele, as an example, the annual development plan, then we don't know what that is. If there's a paper about it, tuambie, give us information about it. Give us information about, like, give us information basically. What happened last year? You know, don't assume that I knew what was happening last year. What happened last year? What's changing this year? What is this about? What is it about? Break it down.
If you're talking about finances, let's know, where do you get your finances from? Not everyone knows you get your finances from taxes. Not everyone is aware of that.
And this we had done that opportunity. If you guys can see, the draft of the annual development plan can be obtained from the County Assembly of Nyeri website. Then they give the website. Yeah, so if you wanted to know more about that, you go to the website, which is really good.
Go get so umtangena kwa website aone, and then you're like, I don't agree with this.
Yes,
go and oppose it.
Yeah. So, but make it because that it's just too much English, you go. It's too much English, suffocating me. But make it put it in a way that the common mwananchi can understand what you're trying to say.
And that's another point on how to make public participation effective. Make sure the language being used is the language that's going to be understood by everyone in that community.
Yeah.
Don't go speaking Meru to people from Nandi.
Yeah.
Language barrier.
And the other thing is civic education, because unaweza kumenekea hiyo kitu hapo na umeniambia, but I have no clue what this means.
Yeah.
I have no clue what this means, and probably I just need someone to break it down for me. So, like, is it on TV? Is it in in all the places we mentioned, in radio? Let's talk about it in a way that now I can understand. Okay, so this is what you mean, and this is what you're asking me to do, and this is what is expected of me. Like, I don't think, let's not minimize the importance of public participation in everything that we do. Let's not minimize it, because if you need to put more effort in it to make it effective, let's do it.
And also, another way of ensuring effective public participation is by making sure people from all walks of life are involved in it.
Yeah.
Involve the women, involve the children, involve the people living with disabilities, and make sure they are
that inclusiveness.
Everyone. Because I don't live with disabilities, and probably what I take for granted is not something that
even in the sense that my view on this issue could not maybe that a person living with disability might see it in a different light, because me that when me on like, okay, but that person will see it in another way that would be very transformative.
Like, remember in campus there was a time we'd never seen the problem of having stairs, but now someone using a wheelchair cannot access the lift, because before the lift kulikuwa na stairs, will never access the lift because haizi panda stairs, lazima abebwe, wheelchair is ibebwe, and now not unless they were involved in
the decision-making process
of the school, we could have never noticed that. Because it never affected us. So make sure everyone is involved in this decision making process.
We all view life differently. We're all uniquely beautiful and different. That and our contribution is all different and unique and good.
And another thing is, after the entire public participation, they publish and distribute the documents for people, because I feel
that's really
important. If this is what I talked about, and it's really
that's it. Because obviously you can say Chelsie alisema hivi, Sheerow alisema hivi, but I'm sure you can come together after you have collected everything, compile on it. I think these are the major issues that people are raising out of this, so that mkisa letter your feedback, we took your opinions, and this is what came out of it. Hizi ndio vitu watu walikuwa concerned about, hata mwenye alikuwa labda kwa ameiongelelea anaona, that's a really good point, And it will just also just build that trust when you were saying it. Because now I see you guys actually listen to what I was saying and are considering these things while making decisions.
And that way I will come for the next and the next and the next public participation forum. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And I think just to conclude on this, and I want to what was held in this case, and I think it's a really good case people should read because it really talks about public participation. Doctors for Life, the Doctors for Life case, and it says that merely allowing public participation in the lawmaking process is not enough, but more is required and measures need to be taken to facilitate public participation. When you say, make noise about it. Make it easy for people to be able to do it. Translate it into languages.
Yeah.
Do everything in your power that is reasonable, obviously.
Find an interpreter if you need to have one.
Yeah. To the extent that is reasonable for you to be able to ensure effective public participation. And there's so much we can talk about public participation, and we would stay here the whole day and just chat and chat and chat.
But again, before we even conclude, what are the challenges that we are?
Oh yes.
That people face, or else that's stopping us, something that is hindering us from participating in these forums. And
I think my biggest, which I have come to realize going through these newspapers, is that there's a disconnect between people and the government. Because as much as yes, we make up, which is good to monitor this public participation, yes, but how many people who saw this newspaper actually went?
Yeah.
The
government has done its part of the work.
In its own way, it has done its part. Umeambiwa kuna happen. Ulisoma. Acha mwenye hakuweza kuaccess gazeti.
Achana huyo kwanza.
Wewe ulisoma. Ulikuwa unajua ina happen. Ulienda. So it's just not the government's duty, but it's also your duty.
It's two-way.
Because you can't keep telling government tunataka public participation alafu watumie pesa nyingi ku facilitate.
Kuna hawana chai.
Umeenda kukunywa chai mnapenda.
Conversations I have. Let me tell you, food, Kenyans.
Lakini what's important is not the tea, it's the opinion.
Compare weddings, service and reception. How is this tea, tea and mandazis. And let me tell you, who will come for tea?
But the point still remains that yes, government tumie pesa yote, iweke chai, mandazi, sawa, hadi ka fruit na maji.
Na kadije mwana laptop.
Watumie pesa yote kwa kata PA system, to print things nini. It's a lot of money. Taxpayers' money.
Your money.
And then ukose kwenda. Haitakuwa poa.
Yeah.
Haitakuwa poa. So let government play its part, but also wewe play your part. Because unaona for the last 1 year tumekuwa tukiweka hizi vitu watu wa
sisi tu tunataka kwa ofisi na ni bado ni sisi tu.
So wanaona we won't even waste money. So let's play our part as citizens and be active, proactive, and do these things. After sisi we are not perfect, but we are trying.
Tutawaambia tutakuwa na chai.
Wouldn't that chai?
I'd go. I actually go for tea.
Actually, that's actually motivation.
Yeah, I'd go for tea.
Nakumbuka there's a time we were doing something called Bridge After High School, and 60% of the reason why we used to go for that thing is because of lunch. Because lunch is quite tamu.
I'd be late for church and send a channel and I want a juice and soda, juice and cake after church. I'd actually go for it. For the juice and I'm late for church, so let me go and then I'll have. And then the amount of conversations that we'll have
after church.
Conversation look deep, gonna food.
Hiya, but is there any other challenge? I think finances can be another challenge, and just information. But we can do better.
Yeah.
We should do better. That's what we keep saying in this channel. And as young people, we should step up and be part of these things because this is our country. We love it. Ni yetu. So, changamke.
Twendeni hizi vitu. And then one day we'll come and share. The day we'll attend, one will definitely do a vlog of a
And if you have one, you can actually, if kuna moja na happen unajua, just you can tell us.
Ataka ni watu wa Nyeri, sisi tutaenda. Tujue shida watu wa Nyeri ni nini.
Just to learn, but that would be really good. I'd like to attend one just to see mtu anaweza vlog huko. Just to see what happened. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. God bless you so much. Take care of yourself. Make sure you have subscribed if you haven't. Subscribe to Sheerow's channel, to my channel, to grow pamoja. Sawa, and let's make this country a better place for you.
Let's attend
Public participation. And actually, you can tell us what you have learned out of this 2-part series. What have you learned so far of all that we have talked about? What is your take home?
Let us know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next very exciting topic that we have lined up for you.